Welcome back to my road to completion guide for Call of Duty Modern Warfare. This is episode 17, and this is the Spec Ops mission called Kuvalda. The first thing we have to do is access the data server. Now you want to be the one that does this, guys. Now look, if you're lucky enough to have teammates that do it for you, that's great. But remember, we talked about this back in episode 16. You have to be the superhero. You have to assume that your teammates have no idea what's going on, okay? So you kind of have to lead the charge. Now I'm going to show you in this gameplay the safest possible route to make it to the data server, but here's the problem. You have no idea where your teammates are going to drive this vehicle, so ideally you want to be the driver, okay? If you're the driver, you want to follow the direction that we're heading in now, except you want to drive all the way to the end of the map where the wall ends. You can see here that my teammate dropped us off a little bit early, so I have to make a little bit more of a run here, but you want to cut through this building. There's going to be a guy in here that you can melee and kill. Just take him out and then just sprint as fast as you can using this wall as a guide, okay? Now as soon as you climb this hill, look to the right, there'll be a cutout in the wall. You have to get here quick enough. If you don't, there's gonna be some opposition, okay? And it's gonna be hard to turn that corner and get on the outside of this wall. I'll be honest with you guys, if you're playing with weak teammates, it's very tough to get to this position on the map without facing off against a ton of enemies, okay? Ideally, you want to be the driver of that vehicle. If you can't, hopefully you have strong enough teammates. They know kind of what's going on and they can get you over to this side of the map really quick. If you're not able to run this route quick enough, there's going to be a ton of enemies that's going to attack you around that wall. Honestly, if that happens, I will just quit, load back into a new lobby, and try again. It's so important that you can knock this objective out as early as possible, because the longer you wait, the more enemies are going to be on the map and the tougher this section will be. You can see here that I'm placing the router. That's going to allow me to start working on the first objective. I have 2 barricades. I was lucky enough to pick those up from the crates, so I'm going to use those to block the doors. If you only have 1 barricade, use that barricade to block one of the doors, and then you can just set up your riot shield to block the other doorway. If you don't have any barricades, I would find a corner, back up into it, throw your riot shield up. We talked about this back in episode 16. Wait for the enemies to come into the room. They'll walk up to you. When they do, melee kill them. You only have to stay alive long enough for your next objectives to kick in. Keep looking in the top left-hand corner of the screen. You can see now we have 3 objectives up there. So once you see that, you can leave this room. Now, depending on when you make it to this room will determine how easy it is to leave this room. I got here early, guys. I could jet out the back door right now and move on to the next objective, no problem. But I know that some of you are not going to be able to get over here as quick as I did, and that means you're going to have a ton of enemies flooding this room. It's going to be very hard to leave. Now your biggest issue at this point is the Juggernaut. Sometimes he comes in the front door, sometimes it's the back door. Hopefully by this stage in the game your teammates have rotated over and they're giving you some support. But let's say you're stuck in this room by yourself, you weren't able to get out of the room quickly after your new objectives pop up, and it's you versus the Juggernaut. What you need to do is pull your riot shield out, keep yourself protected from the Juggernaut's gunfire, okay? The good thing about having your riot shield out with the Juggernaut on the map is 9 times out of 10 he will start shooting at you, and of course you can stay protected. Hopefully your teammates rotate over and give you some support. If they don't rotate over, what you want to do is keep your riot shield up and walk away from the Juggernaut so you can stay protected from his gunfire and make your way out of the back of this room. Once you make it out of this room, you can move on to the next objective. So you can see that I'm rolling up on my first objective here. Ideally, you have teammates at this point guarding the doors and the windows, but I don't have anybody helping me. Again, you guys are probably going to be in that same situation. Scroll down to the word manifest. You do have to wait for this bar to fill up, which is why you don't want anybody following you, or you want your teammates giving you cover. But like I said, in most cases, it's just going to be you guys. Then you're going to get a crate number. Now, you do not have to memorize this number. Don't even try it, guys. When you get close enough to the crates that you're looking for, you will get a button prompt to place a charge. So that's all you care about, okay? Do not try to memorize these numbers. Now, I'm going to show you where to find the crates in just a second. We'll talk about that. But in the meantime, go ahead and move to the next objective. There's 3 computers that you have to access, okay? You cannot depend on your teammates to do this, okay? If they don't know that you have to click on manifest, they'll be searching every one of those files and it takes a ton of time, okay? So your goal is to move to all 3 computers, pull up the manifest, and check for the crate number. Now, you only have to check these computers one time, okay? Look in the top left-hand side of the screen at your objective. See how it says mark crates in storage, mark crates in the warehouse, and it gives you a total number, 0 of 3. See, there's one more objective that says search the manifest barracks stockpile. So you're going to see mission markers on your mini map, and it can be a little bit confusing because you might think you have to check the computer again, but you don't, guys. Once you check a computer once, you search that manifest, you get the crate number, you're done, okay? Then you actually get to go through and mark the crates. You can see here that I'm being overrun by the enemies. I'm just putting my back to a wall. We talked about this earlier. Throw the riot shield up and stay protected for as long as possible so your teammates can come through and help you, okay? Remember, you have your revive ability. Well, I don't have mine at this moment. It's about halfway filled back up, but you can always use that too if it's full. You got maybe 2 teammates down. You're being overrun by enemies. Go ahead and use that revive ability. Pick them back up. Let them rotate over and help you out. Now, you'll see in just a second that I start marking crates. I only do this because I know that I'm playing with a weak team. I don't think that all 3 teammates know what's going on, because in just a second, I'm going to have a teammate go back into the computer and search for the crate number. If you see this happening in your game, that just means your teammates have no clue what's going on, okay? They see the mini markers on the map, and the mini markers are always pointing to the computer. Does that make sense? So they think they have to keep checking the computer over again to get the crate number, and they don't.
Let's go. I'm up. Go. Changing mags.
I've got this. Keep me covered.
Reading second crate. 1 crate left in this stockpile. Repeating number 2325 Charlie. Over.
Enemy infantry closing in.
Perfect. Once you have all 3 computers manifest pulled up, you know the crate numbers. Now you can run around, find those crates, place the beacon, and mark those targets. The crates that you're looking for will always be close to the computer that you use to pull up the manifest. So just to clarify, there's 3 computers, 3 different manifests. Each one of the manifests has a different number. Once you know that number, near that computer will be some crates. And that number that you just pulled up is what you're looking for, okay? You mark all the crates, and that'll wrap up this portion of the mission.
Small caliber.
Repeating number 4-5 505 Echo, over.
Down over here!
I'll get this book. Keep them coming.
Repeating, number 4505 Echo, over.
High caliber.
Repeating, number 4505 Echo, over. Third crate marked. Good signal on that stockpile. Get to the next one. We need 2 more manifests.
Watch my back. I'll sort this out.
Check fire! Friendly! Taking fire!
Repeating, number 2325 Charlie, over.
I've got this. Keep me coming. I'll take care of this. Keep them busy.
Repeating, number 7808 Hotel. Mark those crates. Reading second crate. 1 crate left in this stockpile. Repeating, number 7808 Hotel. Mark those crates. Reading all 3 crates. Second stockpile marks get to the last shipping computer.
I've got this. Keep me covered.
Enemy wave coming straight for you.
I'm taking fire!
Enemy paratroopers inbound. Repeating number 2325 Charlie. Over.
Location marked. Move up.
Taking fire!
Enemy helo on approach.
No worries, I got you.
Repeating number 2325 Charlie. Over.
Check fire! Shit!
I'm almost out.
Enemy infantry closing in.
Throwing grenade! I've been...
Repeating number 2325 Charlie. Over.
Changing mag. Setting kick. Check fire! Reloading. Check fire!
Repeating number 2325 Charlie. Over.
Taking fire! Reloading! You'll be all right.
Arm 4 all stockpiles marked.
After you've marked all 9 crates, you have to open up the hangar door. Inside of the hangar will be some tanks. You can get in those tanks and escape the area. Now, in order to get the hangar door open, you have to flip a switch that's in the guard tower. The guard tower is to my left. There'll be an objective marker that shows up in just a second. Once again, you have to make a choice, okay? If you feel like your teammates know what's going on, I would let them do it. Just give them some support. If you feel like they're clueless, then you're gonna have to go over there and do it yourself. After you get the hangar door open, hop inside one of the tanks. Once you reach the LZ, the chopper will come down and pick you guys up, and that'll be enough to wrap up this mission. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. I'll see you right back here in the next one. Be good.
Enemy armor inbound.
I'm hit!
Well done up north. Hangar doors are opening. Move into the area.
Better step it up. HQ reinforcements inbound. Target whatever ordnance is finding that hangar and move to egress.
I'm hit!
Copy Arm 4 those are ballistic missiles. Mark the egress. If you need a ride, commandeer those tanks.
Check your fire!
Enemy infantry closing in.
We can't leave those missiles for HQ. Mark them and get the hell out of there.
Forces inbound. inbound, Commander. We need to get you to safety. No! I am saying your way! This is my business!
Gotta reload.
Be advised, missile strike inbound hot. Danger close.
Useless as cut of a sense of pit! Fight to the last man!